What's going on, guys? I'm here at Gamescom 2015. It is going to be a crazy few days, a few 100,000 people checking out some pretty awesome games. I'm pretty excited. Let's go. While I'm here, I want to try and spotlight one game a day, and The Division is one that I've actually been really excited for about 2 years now since I originally saw it, but I never got the chance to play it. But today, I managed to book a play session, so we're going to head over and do that right now and take a look at the game. By the way, if there are any other ones that you want me to do in the next day's vlog or the day after that, chuck those down in the comment section down below, and let's go.
Snow is falling.
I've been hyped for this game since I originally saw it at E3 in 2013, and it really did seem like the perfect kind of game for me. A massive multiplayer shooter with tactical combat and a pretty sexy looking city. I was hoping that I get to play it in 2014, but sadly it got delayed. But now they have finally confirmed the beta to be happening just a few months from now. Now, for those of you who don't know, The Division is an online open world RPG third-person shooter with a massive focus on co-op gameplay. God, that's a mouthful. The game is set in New York, and I definitely gotta say it's one of the coolest looking versions of New York I've seen in any game ever, and that's saying something considering how many games try and include this city. It's basically set in a world where a disease which is spread on banknotes is ravaging through the country, killing millions of people, while the new remaining survivors in New York struggle to contain it. You're a member of the Strategic Homeland Division, hence the name of the game, The Division, an elite group that's made for times when everything's gone to hell and you're here to try and stop the epidemic. What a riveting backstory. But the game is mostly played in a PvE setting where you and your 4 friends explore this abandoned city together and progress throughout the story, although the developers have said that you can complete the entire campaign by yourself, which I guess is probably good for me. The Division is much more of an RPG than a shooter, from what I've seen and what I've heard of it. It has all of the character customization you'd expect to come with that kind of game, and you can choose a whole ton of specialities. You can become a technician or an engineer or rely a bit more heavily on guns. You'll also have the ability to change freely between different career paths by refunding points, which I quite like, because there's nothing worse than spending a ton of points and hours trying to learn this certain playstyle just to find out that you hate it and then having to start from scratch if you want to start using a bow and arrow instead of a sword. That happened with me in Skyrim, and it really sucked. Loot is also a really big part of the game, and from what I've seen, you can collect a massive variety of different weapons and equipment from across the map, most of which seems to be guarded by some pretty menacing looking NPCs, not just the typical kind of dumb bullet sponges you get in a lot of campaign games, but ones that you should actually be genuinely scared of. As you can probably see from these clips, the game's environment is pretty damn stunning, and there is a ton of really great attention to detail. The developers have already talked a lot about day and night cycles, and watching how the environment progresses as you move from a more heavily hit area of the city to one which is still quite livable is actually really impressive. And just that level of detail that they've really given to the environment just adds so much to the overall immersion of the game. The map is split up into a few different areas. There's the green zone, which is kind of like a base of operations for you and your friends, which is used mainly for socializing and trading with other players. There's the main part of New York City, where you can kind of explore with your party of friends, progress through the campaign, find loot, and do all that kind of lovely stuff. And then finally, there is the Dark Zone. I kind of couldn't say that name without putting on a weird voice. The Dark Zone is a PvP area of the game, and it contains the hardest enemies, the best loot, as well as other parties of players, which you can either trust and explore the whole area together with, or you can fight them in an attempt to steal their loot. I got the chance to play in the Dark Zone today at Gamescom, and well, let's just say I didn't make too many friends. We were constantly getting into fights with other groups, and people who are in your own party can even betray you and take all your loot that you just spent the past hour trying to collect.
Brian, what are you waiting for?
Dude, clock's ticking. Let's go, come on.
Are you leaving?
I really think that this game is going to destroy a lot of friendships. The Division goes into beta in a couple of months, with the full release happening shortly after that.
Okay guys, me and Chap just got done playing The Division. As you can see, they gave us these very fashionable face masks, which are kind of disturbing more than anything. But anyway, it was a great amount of fun. Now we're going to go and continue exploring Gamescom. Well, that's day one, pretty much over. I'm like the only person left in the entire convention center. I stayed around a little bit late to chat with some people and tried a couple of games after everyone had left. Man, I love these events so much. Every time I get home, I'm like so hyped to make videos. Not only because you see all the cool upcoming games, but you get to, you know, meet all the developers. And I think most awesomely, I occasionally get to run into like an occasional viewer. And that's just like the best thing, because then it's not just a number on a screen. You actually get to see an actual person that watches it anyway. If you actually are at Gamescom this year, make sure you follow me on Twitter, because I want to do like a big meetup thing on Friday, and we're going to get everyone together, and it's going to be awesome. I also managed to steal a few the Division codes, beta codes. So if you want a Division beta code, I'm going to be running a giveaway. Info and all that will be in the description. It'll probably be some Twitter thing. I haven't quite worked it out yet, but yeah, I'm going to go and crash because I'm so exhausted. I've just been walking around for 12 hours, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.